In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to play Sega Genesis games on PC using the RetroArch emulator. The first thing that you want to do is to get ROM files of the Sega Genesis games which you want to play ready on your desktop. I just created a folder called Genesis Games. Now you can extract the ROM files from the cartridge of a original Sega Genesis game which you own, or you can find downloads for the Sega Genesis games online, but I'm not going to be showing you how to do that in this video. Now because we're going to be using RetroArch as our emulator, you can keep your ROM files in a compressed .zip format, or if you choose you can also extract them, but the ROM file should look something like this. It will most likely be a .bin file. For RetroArch, it's much easier to store the games in one of your disk directories, so I'm just going to open up my disk C and I'm going to drag the Genesis games folder into my disk C. And once you have your Sega Genesis ROM files ready, you can go ahead and download RetroArch. And to do that, you just want to go to this website, which is retroarch.com. And when you're on here, you want to click on download. You want to scroll down and select download stable. Just make sure that you close any pop-up messages that come. And when the RetroArch setup has finished downloading, you want to open it up in your downloads folder and you want to double click on the setup to launch it. And then click on yes. Click on next and then I agree. Click on next again. In this step, if you don't have DirectX runtime installed on your computer, then you want to check this option. But if you've done any gaming on your PC, you probably already have it installed. So I'm just going to leave that option empty and then click on next again. And then finally click on install. And when RetroArch has finished installing, you can go ahead and click on finish. As you can see, there's going to be a shortcut for RetroArch on your desktop, so you just want to double click on RetroArch to launch the emulator. I'm just going to go into full screen here. When you have the emulator opened, the first thing that you want to do is click on load core. Go to download a core, and then you want to scroll all the way down until you see Sega. Under Sega, you're going to see multiple options. As we're going to be playing the game on Sega Genesis, I would recommend choosing this core here to start with, as I've tried it before. It worked well for me and it also allows widescreen support. Next, you want to go back into the emulator's home screen, and to do that you can just right click using your mouse. Next, you want to select load core and you want to choose the core which we just downloaded. Once you've loaded your core, you want to go ahead and click on load content, and then you want to navigate to the directory where you saved your Sega Genesis games. Next, you want to select the game which you want to play. As we have the game in a compressed .zip format, I'm going to click on load archive here. And as you can see, the game is going to automatically launch. I'm just going to go into full screen. Now, when you have RetroArch open, you're going to see a menu here on the top. If you go into command, you're going to see an option to either save or load your game. And you can also use the shortcuts, for example F2 to save a game and F4 to load a game. When you click on command, you can also go into the menu toggle, and this will allow you to change some of the options for your game. For example, if you want to see the controls for your game, then you can go into the controls option, and over here you're going to see different ports. Port 1 will be the controls for player 1 and port 2 will be the controls for player 2. If you go into port 1 control, then here is where you can map out the different settings. For example, if you want to click the B button on a Genesis controller, then you can press Z on your keyboard. If you right click, you will go back to the main options list, and over here you can see other options such as taking a screenshot, recording your gameplay, and also core options. Here you're going to see a lot of different options which can help improve your gameplay. free. So if you get any issues running the game, then these are the settings that you want to look into. For example, you can change some of the video options in case you're getting any lag. Thankfully, the game is running fine for me, so I'm just going to go back into the game. It's really that easy to play Sega Genesis games using RetroArch. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time.